Candidates for State Senator, District 2. Rosanna Gabaldon. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, votegabaldon.com. Southern Arizona is a beautiful place to live, says Rosanna Gabaldon. I bring experience, integrity, and effective leadership to my public service. It is an honor to take ideas from Southern Arizona to the state Senate because that is what Arizona needs, a little common sense and straight from the heart. Serving at the state since 2012, I am known for my work with local stakeholders, school boards, and business partners to bring together successful opportunities for growth and economic development. I believe in creating opportunities and prosperity by supporting and encouraging public education and business development efforts. I will continue to work diligently to protect Arizona's unique environment and to protect our most vulnerable. Most importantly, I serve my community by volunteering my time and skills for various boards and organizations. Together, we have successfully brought the collective energy and leadership necessary to shape the future of our state by advocating for public education, economic development, and water sustainability.
Mark Workman. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, participating. Website, workman4u.com. With integrity, professionalism, and patriotism, Mark Workman, an Air Force veteran and candidate for Arizona State Legislative District 2, is ready to go to work for you. He will focus on the needs of the people in his district and carry his integrity and professionalism with him to the state capitol. Mark spent 23 years serving as an aircraft mechanic in multiple assignments around the globe, ensuring the success of both combat and humanitarian missions. Between deployments, Mark earned a master's in business administration. Always motivated to help improve the lives of others, he has spent more than 10 years assisting the Special Olympics organizations, as well as 6 years supporting the Muscular Dystrophy Association children's camps in Arizona. He also has more than a decade experience serving as a victim's advocate for the Sexual Assault Response Coordinator while serving in the Air Force. Mark will work with fellow colleagues to ensure everything possible is being done by our state elected and appointed officials to invest in the future of our communities and great state. Mark remembers the feeling of making a difference in the armed forces and will strive to bring that experience to the Arizona State Legislature. Candidates for State Representative, District 2. Andrea De La Sandro. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, participating. Website, www.delasandro for LD number 2 house.com. Andrea De La Sandro was a career educator for over 25 years. Her second career was as a CPA tax accountant. Since 2008, she has run for the legislature to fight against the systemic defunding of public education. She serves as the ranking member of the Senate Education K-12 Committee, where she fights for charter school reform and against the expansion of vouchers. She has been recognized for her support of community health centers and coverage for children, fighting against hospitals charging exorbitant fees for things not covered by insurance, and higher costs for Medicare recipients with pre-existing conditions when changing Medigap providers. Andrea's work on the Senate Judiciary Committee has focused on voter protection advocacy. Senator De La Sandro was one of only 4 legislators to receive an A+ on the Sierra Club's report card in 2019. She is the state lead for the National Caucus of Environmental Legislators, and she recognizes that climate change is a real threat. Andrea De La Sandro's 8 years of experience and proven leadership in the House and Senate will serve her and her constituents well when the Democrats take control of the House. This woman's place is in the House, where her strong, progressive voice will fight for you. Daniel Hernandez Jr. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.danielforarizona.org. My name is Daniel Hernandez Jr., and I am your Democratic state representative covering Southeast Pima County and Santa Cruz County. I have been an effective lawmaker fighting for our progressive values. I led the coalition to repeal the anti-LGBTQ no promo homo law. I also worked to stop guns in our schools. I've held my Republican colleague to task on anti-woman, anti-worker, and anti-democracy legislation. I fought for and was able to secure over $3 million in the urgently needed funds to keep the doors open of the Santa Cruz Valley Regional Hospital in Green Valley during the current crisis. I also fought and was able to secure $1 million for the Holy Cross Hospital in Nogales. In 2019, I was able to secure $20 million for school counselors and social workers at our public schools. I was the Women's Healthcare Champion for 2019 for the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. I was also awarded the Barbara Jordan Progressive Leadership Award for his work in Arizona from the People for the American Way. I want to continue being your voice at the Capitol and hope I can count on your vote to keep up the fight.
Deborah McEwen. Party Republican. Campaign funding, participating. Website, mcewen4az.com. As an elected representative, it is one's duty to protect your constitutional rights, represent local district interests, and to scrutinize the work of government for accountability as part of checks and balance. A representative can also draft, introduce, and vote on legislation. It is not a representative's sole duty to raise revenue through taxes or seek federal subsidies that indebt our state. However, some do because it is easier than finding solutions to problems such as education funding, employment availability, healthcare, poverty, and hunger. For too long, representatives have believed their duty is to introduce legislation and make more rules and regulations which restrict your freedoms and create debt. It's not a contest of who passes the most legislation or who gets the most community awards. Representatives are defenders of your civil rights and guardians of constitutional rights for every American. As a conservative and constitutional Republican, I will defend the right of every child to have school choice, for Americans to freely practice their choice of religion and follow their convictions. I support our veterans, law enforcement, and strong border control. I support fair trade and immigration policies that keep families safe and together.